are so many good things happening on main streets and downtowns across the Magnolia State. So today we're going to highlight what's happening downtown this weekend. It is brought to you by the Mississippi Main Street Association. Don't forget, you can always go to msmainstreet.com/calendar to get more information on upcoming events like coming up this weekend. We've got Burnside Blues Fest, which sounds so much fun in Ripley, Mississippi. And Elizabeth is joining us to tell us a little bit more. Hey, Elizabeth.
Hey.
How are we
Thanks
doing?
for having me on your show.
Absolutely. And I think this sounds like a whole lot of fun. So how many years have you guys been doing Blues Fest there in Ripley?
Well, actually, this is the first year that we're doing the Burnside Blues Fest. We've had a blues block party twice before, and it was a lot of fun. This year we wanted to focus a little bit more on the Burnside. So it'll be just as much fun. I think we'll have more people show up just to hear this great lineup that we have.
All right. Well, tell us about that great lineup.
Okay. Well, it starts at 2 o'clock, and it's going to start with Lightning Malcolm, and then we'll have Mark Muleman Massey, then Kent Burnside, Kenny Brown, Eric Deaton, and then at 9:30, Gary Burnside Band will finish us off.
So it's going to be a full day of great music.
This is going to be a really full day. It'll be a lot of fun. We've got a couple of food trucks, Memphis Street Food and Poorhouse Barbecue will be set up, and they're both excellent. And it takes place right outside of our Hill Country Blues Alley, which is an alley we created over the last few years. It's really like an outdoor art gallery. We have 9 huge paintings of Hill Country blues artists, and it's just a fun place to hang out and listen to music. But at the same time, it's still an alley, so we're blocking off the street right next to it, which is Walnut Street. So the guys will play on a loading dock at this cool warehouse, and then we'll have the whole street to gather and listen.
So, Elizabeth, if we are not familiar with where Ripley's at, or maybe we've heard it before, but we're just not brushed up on our Mississippi geography, where are you guys located?
We are in northeast Mississippi in the Hill Country. So we are about 20 minutes north of New Albany, if you know where New Albany is, and about a little over an hour from Memphis. So we're up close to the top of the state.
And then, give us a little view of like what's downtown Main Street. So we come in for the Blues Fest. We're obviously going to get some good food. We're going to get some good music, hear a great lineup of bands. But then we can mosey on to downtown. And what will we find in terms of shopping or staying if we're trying to plan our trip to Ripley?
Well, there's a lot of good shopping, especially downtown, and a really cool tap room that we have. It's called Jefferson Street Tap Room. It's really nice. And then we've got the Inn on the Square, which is a really cute boutique hotel. I don't know if it's booked, but it's a great place to stay because you're right there and you can just walk to everything. And I believe it's also First Monday weekend. I know a lot of people have heard of First Monday, but it's one of the largest flea markets in America.
Oh, tell us more if we hadn't. Tell us about that.
It brings, they bring about 15,000 people in each month. So it's just all these vendors set up with, you can get anything from an antique to a chicken to Hispanic food. There's a huge row of Hispanic food that's awesome. But it's a fun experience.
So is the First Monday antique, or you call it, I guess it's a flea market, as you sort of mentioned, Elizabeth. So is that happens every first Monday of every month there in Ripley, or is it right outside of Ripley, or is that part of the city's events?
It's it's every month. It's right. It's the weekend before the first Monday every month, and it's right as you are entering Ripley. You can't miss it. So that'd be fun to stop by there and then come to the Burnside Blues Fest and do a little shopping also.
Which I love that. So then you can make a full weekend of that. If we want a full list of all of the things going on and all of the artists that are going to be taking the stage, and don't forget to free admission. I think folks will thoroughly enjoy that. Where do you go for all that information, Elizabeth?
You can look at our social media. So we're Ripley Main Street on Facebook and on Instagram. And then we have a website. It's RipleyMSMainstreet.com.
All righty. Well, wishing y'all good weather. I don't know I hadn't had enough coffee yet, Elizabeth. Good weather this weekend, and then also some good
Okay.
steals and deals when it comes to the flea market. I think that's a great combination and super cool. So I appreciate your time.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
All righty, we're going from Ripley, Mississippi we're going to Greenwood. They've got their annual Q on the Yazoo barbecue. Brantley's joining us to tell us a little bit more. Hey, Brantley.
Hi, Rebecca. How are you?
I'm not going to complain when I get to talk about some good old barbecue. And by the way, y'all's logo or whatever for the event is cute as can be. Don't go baking my heart.
Don't go baking my heart. Right. We're going to eat bacon. We don't want to be breaking any hearts. So we thought it worked out. We dropped a surprise category on all the teams, and they're all going to get 12 strips of bacon to come up with a bacon creation. And we've got a bacon-shaped trophy that they will take home. So
y'all have upped the ante.
In full pork theme.
You are you're in full and pull pork sort of theme.
Yeah, absolutely right. We're a full pork theme this week. So,
how many teams are coming in? This is not just a festival. This is also a contest, a delicious one, might I add. And so, give us the rundown. Who all will be there, or how many will be there, and what will they be cooking?
So we've got, I think at my last count this morning, we're around 36 teams, and these are professional and patio teams that are all competing. This is a Memphis Barbecue Network sanctioned event, so we take our eating and drinking very seriously in Greenwood, and by sanctioning it, we just made it all the more official, as we like to call it. But the teams will be competing in everything from pulled pork to ribs to catfish, beans, sauce, bacon, and then we do a cocktail competition too. So for teams that in good Delta fashion, we like to see cocktail creations.
Absolutely. And why not with bacon? I think you should have made that one of the categories.
You can tie it all together.
Just a bacon margarita or something.
Yeah, absolutely. So, while you can't necessarily, not everybody gets to sample everything that the teams cook, we do because we have to have official judges for an official sanctioned competition, but we will have a People's Choice competition, and we'll have 11 different team entries of pulled pork for the general public to come in and sample and cast a vote for their favorite. So you can sample some officially cooked barbecue on Saturday morning at 11.
Sounds like a tough job, but somebody's got to do it. And
somebody's got to do it, right.
Somebody's got to show up and do it. Okay, so I know it's a 2-day event, so it's over Saturday and Sunday of this upcoming weekend. What's the rest going on? Y'all aren't cooking pork the whole weekend, or maybe you are, but is there music or are there other things going on at the Q on the Yazoo?
Yeah, so it'll kick off Friday at noon. We'll have food trucks downtown, so come eat lunch and shop with us in downtown. And then the Finchers Spring Summer Fashion Show will kind of kick off the entertainment at 5:30. And then we've got bands from about 6 o'clock to about 11 o'clock, and it's a free downtown event. And then on Saturday, things kick off at 10. We have the Bloody Mary Bar. We'll have the People's Choice competition. We've got the fun obstacle course inflatables for the kiddos, and then kind of live music throughout the day until we do the contest results at 5.
Sounds like a whole weekend. If we want to plan a whole weekend to Greenwood, maybe this just sounds like right up our alley. We want to get a jump start on summer vacations, take a break after state testing.
Yes.
Where do we go and maybe think about like lodging or all the other things that go along with a great weekend trip?
Yeah, sure. So we've got the Alluvian in downtown Greenwood, which is our boutique, historically restored hotel in downtown. Of course, it's got Gardenia's, which is a great Italian and steakhouse located within the Alluvian if you're not into eating pork all weekend. We've also got a great, Hampton Holiday Inn, and then we've got the Tallahatchie Flats, which is just outside of town if you want a truly authentic Delta stay out at the flats. Those are great lodging opportunities. And last time I checked, I think everybody had a little bit of availability, but I'm not sure as of this week. And then, we'll have food downtown pretty much all weekend, but we've got the Crystal Grill, we've got Fan and Johnny's. There's also the Delta Streets Charity Weekend going on. There's a
Y'all really got a Delta weekend packed, or a weekend packed with Delta fun is what I should say. Where can we go to get all the rundown on the event, Brantley?
QontheYazoo.com and follow our Facebook page, because that's where we'll be putting all the updates and stuff throughout the weekend, which is also Q on the Yazoo.
You'll have to let me know who wins, okay?
Okay, will do. Thanks for having me.
Good luck to all those competitors. It sounds like a delicious weekend. And if you're looking for something to do, don't forget, you can always go to msmainstreet.com/calendar. You can get more information on upcoming events in your area. But stick with us. We got more for you coming up next.